John Roberts in the studio today. Thank you for having me back. And, of course, it's Tuesday. That means it's time for Rydell Car Talk. I'm going to make sure I got the microphones on here. We got Fred, parts manager. How you doing?
Not too bad. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. Good. Your microphone works. And Morgan, how about you?
I'm doing good, too.
Awesome. Look at that. We're 2 for 2 already. Morgan, what do you do at Rydell?
I'm in marketing. I just make things pretty.
You make things pretty?
I make them pretty.
Now, you got to yell at people once in a while.
I do not yell.
No, I didn't say that. Well, you bet you want to.
No.
No, really?
Then
I couldn't do your job.
Oh. It's better to be nice.
How long have you been with Rydell?
10 years in August.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What'd you think when you first started working there? Did you think you could see yourself working there for 10 years?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a great place.
It is a good place.
And it's funny because of everybody I know that's worked there, they've all worked there forever. Because I have a lot of friends that work there. Okay. Fred, parts manager.
Yep.
What do you do? Tell me about a typical day of Fred.
Typical day. Well, I come in 7 o'clock in the morning, start looking at a bunch of numbers, looking at what messages I missed from being gone from I left the day before, kind of looking at price compliances, looking at my inventory, supporting my team in any way they can. I got a relatively new team underneath me,
Okay.
So a lot of them are still kind of learning how to be parts consultants and stuff like that. Great team underneath me still, but they do a lot of good work for me, and I help them with any kind of questions and support them in whatever they need and anything else that the service needs so I can take care of our technicians.
How long have you been at Rydell?
I've been at Rydell. It actually will be 19 years on this
you don't
Friday.
look that old, dude.
Well, I appreciate that.
This Friday, 19 years.
Friday, 19
wow,
years.
that is something.
Congrats.
Yeah. How did you get your start? What was your first job?
So technically, if you really want to be technical, I actually started back in 2005. I actually worked in the old building for about 2 weeks.
Okay.
I started off in PDQ, changing oil, and then for 2 years I went to Wapton, NDSCS for auto technician.
Mm-hmm.
After I got done with that, I started at Rydell right out of the gate. I was a technician for 6 years. I started off, and like I said, I was in PDQ. Then I did a lot of quick serve stuff, so I did a lot of alignments, tires, lots of tires in my day. Then I moved to the maintenance side of being a technician, where I did a lot of suspension work, HVAC work, stuff like that. Then I moved to the heavy side, where I rebuilt engines, transmissions, differentials, stuff like that. I was a technician for 6 years. After being a technician for 6 years, I kind of decided I needed to find a different path. Loved working at Rydell, so I was talking to the management team back then, and they had some help in the parts department. So I moved into the parts department. I was a parts consultant up until about 4 years ago, and then I moved up into the management role.
Now, how much, even in the 19 years that you've been there, when you first started, when you were working and you were wrenching, how much has things changed? Because I can remember building race cars and demo cars. Now, I'm old, but back in the day when you worried about, spark and fuel, and not much else. You could climb in the hood of a car and work on it. Not like that anymore. Now, these technicians, these mechanics, they got to know their stuff, and they got to be certified, it seems like, in about a million different things. But how much more technical has it got, even in the 19 years you've been there?
A tremendously amount more. Pretty much everything nowadays is a module that talks to a module that talks to another module to make your headlights work.
Yeah, and then that relay to that mad module didn't work or something.
Yep, so from the 19 years, I've seen quite a few body changes within the pickups and stuff like that. So how they look, how they operate, from traditional fuel injections, now they got direct injection. Super Cruise now, that's a whole different thing where all those different sensors and stuff in there to make all that stuff work. So it's even on the parts side, it's crazy how much we have to know just because of all the sensors and stuff like that they do. And the worst part about it, for whatever reason, the technicians on GM and whoever creates the parts catalog, they don't talk to each other. So they literally will call the same part two different things.
Oh,
so
yeah.
The technician is asking for it what their catalog or what their service manual is calling it, but in our parts catalog, it's called something completely different.
Okay. Now, Morgan, did you start off in marketing?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you guys do a ton.
Yes.
And Rydell is always, I'm so used to just calling him RydellCars.com.
Yes.
Because of the racetrack. You guys, there's always something going on. Whether you've got things going on at any one of your locations here, or you're helping out on fundraisers, or you're doing something else. You must keep pretty busy. I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Fred. When you walk in the door, I want to know, how does the day go for Morgan in the marketing department?
Gosh. I think it's just a lot of talking to the managers, department heads, see what offers or specials we have going on. I do work very closely with a lot of community members and nonprofit organizations within the community. How can we work with them directly, help them there, help the department, try to make sure.
Now, do you have anything to do with, then, since you're marketing, with the advertising and all that stuff, I would imagine? Just a little?
Just a small.
Yeah, just a small?
Just a small part.
So now I would like to know, because of the money that is raised through Rydell's, it's phenomenal the amount of money you guys have raised for certain charities and different charities and whatever. But are you part of all of that? Do you sit in on those meetings? Do you decide, like the big car show that they have every year? They pick a charity. Now, are you involved with that too? Because that, to me, is one of the coolest things.
So we have a car show committee that is a group of people that choose that. I do typically will sit in on that, just so I have an idea of what's going on and who's chosen. But that is different members within our dealership who volunteer their time to be part of that committee.
Okay.
So it can be anywhere from service techs to Kaylee kind of runs it, who's one of our office managers. But the other ones, yes, people will submit and request for funding and different community events, and then we will choose from there who we support. We have our Angels on Wheels program every year where we donate cars to different clients with CVIC. So that is kind of cool. We actually I found out, I was looking it up, we're told and announced today that we won the NDANO Partnership Building Award, which is, I guess, working and supporting nonprofits throughout the state of North Dakota.
That is way cool.
Yeah.
Man, I just ran into the Rydells, by the way, at the last car show.
Yes.
I managed to say hi to them. It was good to see them. I see that they are back in town now. Now, with the changes and all, everything's going, with social media and all of that, I would imagine, do you have people pounding on your door all the time saying, hey, give here, we want some of your money, will you look at this, or not?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think there's plenty of people that do reach out to us, and for those reasons, we typically have set up kind of criteria. We won't support one specific, let's say, sports team. But we'll support, let's say, organizations.
Okay, yep.
We do have a lot of people that ask us to support, like, their sprint cars.
Oh, yeah.
We don't on there, but we'll support the racetrack.
Sure, which you guys do a lot.
Yes. And so we try to choose based off of, I mean, we do have not limited funds, but we do have a budget, and try to choose the organizations that will affect the most people in our community.
Sure. How many Rydell cars are there in the United States now, dealerships?
Last I heard, it was over 80 rooftops that follow the Rydell.
It's hard to keep track of that.
Yeah.
Wow. And you guys just specifically work in the Grand Forks location. You don't have to go. Okay.
Yes.
Boy, that'd be a lot. And the thing is, with the Rydells, they're very generous with, if you want to move and maybe get your own dealership, something could possibly happen one day.
Yes.
Man, that is neat. Not too many people get that opportunity.
No, it's a very,
very
unique.
Unique and pretty rigid opportunity. They actually have to. There's a special classes that they have to take.
I mean, it can take years to become.
Oh yeah, Wes isn't going to just let anybody take over. No, I know some of the people that have done it. So I mean, that's crazy. Now, you being in the part. Well, let's see here. We got a phone call. Hi, you're on KNOX Rydell Car Talk.
Yes. Good afternoon. Fighting Sioux forever.
Hey.
You got John calling the shots here. John Roberts, baby boomer.
Yeah.
Right? What's a baby boomer? You went from the greatest generation to baby boomers.
Yeah,
what the hell is a baby boomer?
Come on, I'm 61. I'm not that young.
You're still a baby boomer.
Okay.
Okay, our cars. You know, the world's changing, right? What's the babies now going to encounter in their life? Well, you got to ask, will AI and robots replace all the technicians?
Oh.
Answer me that. I think that's probably a big yes.
I don't believe they will, just because of the simple fact that you can have a technician trying to diagnose a noise for hours, and an AI, I mean, yeah, AI has definitely come a long way. And I've actually played a little bit with AI on the part side of things, trying to do a parts request for like an engine replacement. And it's just starting, but I don't think it's ever going to be fully replaced, just because of the simple fact, having a human work on the vehicle with electronics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because even if you use AI and you can ask it a question and then you can rephrase your question, you can get two different answers.
Yeah. Well, I suppose, but never say never, right? Okay.
There you go. Good question. Thank you, man. And another thing, people don't worry. I just had this conversation earlier today with AI now being able to match voices. And they're getting close, very close to certain people's voices, including me. But if something like that was to go wrong, what would insurance be? I mean, it would be a total nightmare because, well, who was the technician that fixed this? Well, that was AI 423-2.
Yep.
You know, yeah, that'd be very tough. Hi, you're on KNOX, Rydell Car Talk.
Yeah, hey, AI, I don't think it can replace any of us. Hey, let's see AI do a transmission replacement and then forget the torque converter on the workbench.
Nailed it. I like that. You must be a mechanic.
No, I'm just a little bit of a project guy, but I definitely know the feeling of getting something like that done, and then you look over and you're like, oh, my flex plate is on the workbench. Oops.
Yeah, right. All right, thank you, man.
Yeah.
All right, we got a text that Jabe Judd keeps saying he's reporting for KNSI News because our new news guy is not here yet, so we're taking their news, and that is why that is going on. Rydell Car Talk going on. Fred, the parts manager, Morgan out of marketing here. With the parts manager thing now, are you out and about, running around all the time? Are you behind a desk? Are you behind a counter? Or what do you do?
Well, actually, at our store, we actually have a kind of unique situation where we technically have two parts managers. We have one parts manager, me, who is on the service side of things, which my concentration is on inventory, and the technician and stuff like that. Now, the other parts manager, we consider him the wholesale parts manager because we have a very big wholesale manager as well. So he actually is in charge of all the routes, and then he will go out and talk to customers on the different routes all over North Dakota, parts of Minnesota. But for me, I'm typically in the store most of the time. But I am behind a desk sometimes, but I do get up and I walk around. I talk to technicians. I talk to my team. I talk to the service manager quite often, just kind of trying to keep communication with them. So I'm up and around a lot. Believe it or not, I do get over 10,000 steps a day.
Oh, wow. Okay, I believe it.
It helps. My office is in the back corner of the office.
Oh, sure.
So if I have to go talk to anyone in the building, I have to walk across the building, which is no big deal.
Right.
But, yeah, I mean, typically I'm up and around quite a bit. Obviously, when I have to look at numbers and stuff like that, I have to sit behind my desk.
Yeah.
Being a technician at heart, sitting behind a desk all day is something that I can't very do that often.
Sure.
But I do have to sit at my desk every now and then.
So you two really, your jobs are almost the opposite because you are always around, I would imagine, talking to people.
Yes.
More than you probably would be. So you've probably got different people coming in and out all the time. Do you have a team that works with you, or are you basically doing the marketing on your own?
Oh, gosh, I can't imagine doing it all on my own. No, we have a videographer, photographer. We have a graphic designer, web developer. We have a social media person.
Wow.
We have a project manager. There's a few of us. So,
Man, that is nuts because you guys are always doing something, whether it be on social media or
Yep.
Wow. That's cool. And again, with racing coming up, now we start River City Speedway on Friday, and you would not believe how many times I mentioned RydellCars.com on a Friday night. It's amazing. You used to have to read things like that, but some things get etched in your brain after so many years, and that is absolutely one of them. So if I'm working on something, Fred, and I say, I'm doing this part of the car, do I come up to you and say, here's what I'm doing, these are the parts I need, and you order them, or does the mechanic or whoever's working on that, did they do that?
So the way that it works, the technician will send up a request in a digital request platform that will send a notification to the parts team that's saying, hey, a technician is sending a request. He needs either a part or he's looking for availability of a part. And depending on what the job is, some technicians will list out, hey, I need this, which is great. It makes our life easy. That way we also know exactly what the technician wants, so we can get them exactly what they need.
And that's up to you to find those parts?
Yep.
Okay.
Then my team will look up in our GM catalog. They'll look up the job. They'll look up the part numbers. They'll get them billed on the repair order, and then they'll get them pulled into the technician, or we'll stage them on what we call a build shelf to keep them there ready to go. So when that vehicle does come in, the technician can grab the parts.
1310 KNOX on a Tuesday with John Roberts, Rydell Car Talk here. Fred, parts manager, Morgan in the marketing department here. And you brought up a good point here during the break, Morgan. Hybrids now with the cost of gas. In fact, I'm probably going to be talking about gas and the gas tax when you guys leave today. But are the hybrids, are you selling more? Are you pushing more of the hybrids? And I would imagine people are coming up and saying, I'm sick and tired of paying all this gas money. I want to look at a hybrid.
Yeah, I wouldn't say we're even having to really push them for that reason of people coming in. I mean, I just got myself a hybrid. I know the EVs are starting to get more popular. And as I was just saying, I've probably saved about $600 to $700 in the last 2 months just on gas.
Wow.
I mean, I drive about 60 miles a day round trip, and I keep on being like, I've forgotten to pay a bill. There's too much money in my bank account.
That's
I'm
huge.
So confused.
That is huge. Question text, person texted in. Please ask Rydell people if they use a battery saver in the OBO when replacing a battery in a vehicle so it doesn't lose its settings, like window operations and other settings. Thank you. Good question. What do you do, or do you just have to reset a bunch of stuff?
Some technicians, they do that. They have this battery tender that they'll throw on it, so it saves everything. Otherwise, they just disconnect it to make sure it's safe to work on, and then they just kind of reset all the settings and stuff, especially now with all the programming and stuff, the modules and stuff. Half the time you got to reprogram module when you replace it anyway.
Yeah.
So they're already in there. And
I went through this thing this winter where it ended up being some kind of an oxygen leak or air leak or something. And they're trying to chase this thing down. I mean, it was to the point where he put lubrication on my gas cap, for Pete's sakes. Yep. And then it would work for 2-3 weeks. The problem is it wasn't a big deal, but when your check engine light comes on and it's 40 below, you know what that means? You got no auto start.
Yep.
And it took a couple of months to chase this down, but they finally did. I want to get back to this hybrid thing because I'm so glad you brought this up, Morgan. What do you get per mile, do you think?
I have the CRV. And even with our wind and on Highway 2, I've been averaging anywhere between 32 to 36 miles per hour.
That's not, per gallon.
Or per gallon, not hour. Yes,
that's
per
nice.
gallon. It's really nice.
And is it just regular unleaded gas?
Mm-hmm. And that's the big misconception. I've mentioned it, and people are like, well, do you plug it in? And they do have plug-in hybrids, but a majority of people, you don't have to plug it in.
Yeah, it just recharges itself.
It just recharges itself. And then every once in a while, it's so quiet when it's running EV. Like, I've gotten out of it and then been like, oh, my car's still running. It'll beep at you. And it's like, you haven't turned me off.
Oh, sure.
You can't hear me. But
wow, I never thought of that. Now, is this an issue in the cold weather? Batteries, people are like, I mean, I'm still very weary about an all-electric car. I don't know if I would want to buy one around here. But, I mean, like I said, we're getting a hybrid.
Yeah.
And so, but that doesn't bother him at all.
No, I would say the gas mileage went down a little bit, I think, because I bought mine it was either February or March, so we had some cold days, and even then it was averaging about 27 miles per gallon.
Wow. You think you'll ever get one of those?
Probably not.
You're more old school I am.
I'm a hot rodder guy at heart.
Yeah.
I mean, I drive daily right now an EV Blazer, and I'll say they do have their places.
Mm-hmm.
It is kind of fun to drive every now and then.
Sure.
But give me a LS3 and a 74 pickup any day of the week. I mean, I love the old hot rods.
Yeah, my first was a 65
cars.
Pontiac Tempest. I've had a GTO. I've had a Le Mans.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's where my heart's at. I mean, I definitely see the benefits of having an EV and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been driving mine now for just over a year. I did notice my electric go up at my house, but that was to be expected.
Sure.
And like I said, it is pretty fun to drive. It is reliable. I mean, it gets up and goes when I want it to. I mean, it's reliable.
Oh, they get up and go. That's for sure. Yeah.
You step on it, and I've taken multiple people on rides, and they don't believe it.
Go drive an electric go-kart once compared to a gas-powered go-kart.
Exactly.
I mean, that's the lowest form you're going to get right there, but you're going to see. I mean, it's an incredible difference. Everybody, it seems like, have got their own mechanic. I think a lot of people overlook the big dealerships, thinking, they sell cars, and but you've got the full mechanic shop, body shop, all of that kind of stuff. What do you tell somebody to either come talk to you about marketing or come talk to you about getting your car fixed?
Yeah, we do everything on our campus. We got body shop, mechanic shop, we got oil changes, we got quick service, we got a brand new detail shop that just opened up to expand our detail business. So, I mean, it's a full campus with pretty much anything you could desire for your vehicle.
And especially, I think people don't. They think that we only will service a Chevy or a GMC at
Right,
that store,
right.
or a Honda or Toyota.
Or cars that were bought through Rydell.
Correct, and we service all makes and models at all of our locations. Our technicians are certified in multiple lines, especially in our body shop. I mean, we have certifications for almost every make and model.
Yeah.
So it's really cool there. You know what you're getting also, and you're getting the Rydell name behind it of trust and transparency, and we're going to tell you
Name
who we
means
are.
a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, that means everything.
And another great thing about, like you were asking how many stores we have with the 80 stores, like we have the resources. If we have a vehicle in our stall that none of our techs has worked on, there's a phone call away that someone in our group has worked on it. So then we'll call other service shops and ask them, hey, we're working on your kind of vehicle. Like if it's a Ford, we'll call one of our Ford stores. Hey, what are you guys seeing on this? Oh, it's just do this, and then it fixes it.
Have you guys ever been stumped?
They've been stumped.
It happens, but not very often.
But not very often.
Okay.
I mean, we've had to call an actual GM engineer to come in and help us diagnose a few things a couple times, but it's very rare, few in between. And when it gets to that point, it's something very weird. And because when the GM company has to send out an engineer, there's definitely something goofy going on.
And we have techs that have 20 plus years of experience.
I'm sure.
I mean, it's hard to find something that somebody in that doesn't know. And we've had techs who worked for 20 plus years or who are some of the smartest people, and they've moved into other positions. But if we have people that are stumped, they're still at the store and we can call them and they come in and they can help.
And you nailed it there. I mean, you nailed it, Morgan, because the people I know that work at Rydell, actually retired and came back.
Yes.
It'd be Randy over the toy shop now.
In like a side-by-side today, and I was like, what are we doing, Randy?
Yeah, and Brian Hill, these old friends of mine, they have been there forever, and there's a reason for it.
Yes.
Right.
It's a great place to work. It's a great place to bring your car. I got a chance here. I'll answer this one more before we got to wrap things up here. I drive a 1991 Geo Metro, getting 50 miles per gallon, no hybrid or EV or monthly car payment for me ever. Ha, ha, ha. But, I'd hate to be in a wreck with that thing. I used to race motorcycles and snowmobiles, and I felt probably more safe in a snowmobile than I would in. But you know what? You got a point there. In fact, the Geo Metro back then, I believe, had the same motor as the 900 Wildcat Arctic Cat snowmobile did, a 900cc Suzuki motor. Does that sound about right?
I might have, yep.
All right, there you go. You guys, thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Thanks
having us.
I feel bad because I never know what's going to be talked about, but the more I get to meet you people, the more I know that Rydell Cards is a great place. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
All right, there you go. Fred and Morgan in from RydellCards.com. Again, Rydell Car Talk every Tuesday at 3 o'clock, meaning it'll be back on again next Tuesday. Hey, it's break time.